Honesty, passion, experience. It's Timberwolves Explosion, hosted on the sportstuff.com and also brought to you by the Oddman Media Network. Here are your hosts, Paladino Joey and Marcus the Forecaster. Hello again, Timberwolves fans. Are you ready for the explosion of Timberwolves basketball? We are back here once again today. I am your host, Paladino Joey, and with me once again is Marcus the Forecaster.
Thank you.
Welcome back. Welcome aboard. We are back on the Skype train. We are Skyping yet again. Yeah, that was an interesting rhyme, but we are ready to rock and roll with Timberwolves basketball, and we've got, we've got some interesting stuff to talk about, I suppose. We had 4 games this past week. Prediction-wise, we did okay. I don't even remember anymore. No, I'm so out of it after these games. My God. Because we can pretty much jump straight into it. We're going to basically review the games, and then basically take a break, preview, go into fan interaction and all that good stuff, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll into next week. So, essentially, there's really no news to talk about this time, so we don't need to catch up too much. Like last show, we had a lot of catching up to do. Right now, it's more or less all the in-game stuff that took place and the offensive swings by our opponents that were pretty remarkable. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So dare we head into the barn burner. The barn burner here, Monday, March 3rd. Hey, Timberwolves, we beat Denver in the Mile High City, and it's like, okay, we won in Denver, but we were kicking the crap out of them, and Denver hasn't been playing well at all lately. Yeah, we only win 132 to 128, even though we were winning by like 1 trillion points the whole game. How many points did Denver score in that fourth quarter? Are you ready? 45. He scored 45 points in the fourth quarter. That's not too bad, is it?
It was Randy Foy.
Yeah, he's one of the reasons. It was a firing squad for those shooting guards in Denver. And JaVale McGee didn't even play. Okay, I'm kidding. My God. I might as well throw this stat out right away. Might as well. Denver Nuggets scored 79 points in the second half of this game. What'd you think of that? Did you like that? Did you enjoy it?
Mm-hmm. No.
Oh. Does this team give up more three-pointers than any team you've ever seen in the history of mankind? Is it safe to say?
Yeah. It's ridiculous. You would think we would have learned by now.
It's like, can't you just preach some type of perimeter defense? Anything? I don't know. And it's like some of these guys, maybe they're just uncoachable. It's just not in their DNA, I suppose. That's all we're seeing all time and time again is all of a sudden pass the ball. Oh, there he is. Okay. And then someone's flailing with their hands up in the air, hoping to get within like 10 feet of the guy, and then it's just another three-pointer. Just something else. But Kevin Love had 33 and 19 in the game. So there you go. So let's feed the Kool-Aid fans out there that want us to be nice. Yes, here's a little blue Kool-Aid. Yep, Love had a nice game, but other than that, yeah, I'm glad we scored a lot of points, but we got to cut this kind of stuff out. I mean,
yeah.
Because do you know what happens when you have this type of lousy fourth quarter? Sometimes it picks up where it left off into the next game, and it kind of did. Just a little bit. But I'm not hinting at anything. I think the only reason he won this game, to be honest with you, when you look at Wilson Chandler's three-point attempts, he attempted 11 and made only 2. I think that's the only reason we won this game.
Yeah.
Because he's jacking up so many, he was doing his J.J. Barea impression. He got jealous of J.J. over there, so he started to jack up the ball, and, well, he missed quite a few. I think that's the only reason we won. Seriously. Is it safe to say?
Yeah, yeah. The Hicks and the Mozgov weren't really doing much for them.
They really weren't. Yeah, not much of an inside game. Kenneth Fareed, extremely efficient, but only 11 attempts. 9 of 11 though, and this was an inside job. 9 of 11. Okay, that's another inside thing. Sorry, but yeah, it was an inside job for Fareed right there. But Mozgov, yeah, he didn't do squat. He really didn't. Hickson, I almost forgot about him. He wasn't he like a lot better? I mean, not that long ago with Portland.
Yeah,
Who was he with before that? I'm like blanking now.
yeah. It seems like he and Fareed aren't playing anywhere near the as well as they were playing last season.
Yeah, they were all over the excuse me, all over the place last season. Hickson averaged 15 points a game last year for the Trailblazers, and undersized but very good center. And then with Cleveland, of course, that's where he got his name out there. Became a good player before he wound up in Portland and now Denver. Boy, not yeah. I mean, Kenneth Reed, you're not hearing like the conversation we did last year. It was like future All Star in this league. Not really seeing it this year, are we?
No.
Kenneth Reed, like what happened? Ty Lawson is the usual. It's the same old story every time the Wolves play against the Denver Nuggets. Same old story. It's two guards here that killed us, and both of them have Timberwolves ties. Ty Lawson, obviously, we know that story. It's an old story where he's the only point guard we traded that night. And then, the night of the point guard 2009 draft. And then Randy Foye, obviously, former Timberwolf, and couldn't really establish himself here under the Randy Whitman regime, though I don't know who could. Kevin Love couldn't establish himself under Randy Whitman. So Foye was scorching the net for the most part. And then a very familiar face, Chris Rock himself. Yeah, remember that guy?
Yeah, he played okay.
Yeah, it's like I was like, wait a minute, when did he wind up in Denver? And it's he made a couple threes. It's just that's classic Aaron Brooks, though, always hitting threes on the Wolves. Doesn't matter where he is, Phoenix, Houston, or wherever. He's just gonna hit threes on us. I love Brooks. No, he's a Wolf killer. He drives me nuts. But I mean, I'm glad the Wolves won. Denver is not a good team right now. I mean, their defense is, I guess, worse than ours. To be honest, they're completely lackadaisical. Not sure really what's going on there. It's like I don't know if it's Brian Shaw or what, but they're 9 games under 500 at least at that point. A week ago, about they were 9 games under 500. They're continuing to drop off into no man's land. I remember earlier this year they were ahead of the Wolves, so. I don't know. I guess at least someone's doing worse than us, I suppose. So, if we're ready to jump off that right into New York here, are you ready for the wonderful Knicks game that all of us thought was going to be an easy win?
Man,
It should have been an easy win. I mean, seriously. When it was 9-0 and it's like they're just hitting wide open threes, like 9-0, 11-0, I was like, uh-oh. Okay, guys. Yeah, but they're just hot though. We'll catch up. It'll be okay. And we never really caught up at all in this game.
yeah. I mean, they had our number. They just doubled Love, put the pressure on, and attacked them.
Big time. They doubled him, and then they were just knocking open threes when they were on the offensive side of the ball. They were missing all these pick and rolls and stuff. They're just Timberwolves don't seem to play well against the pick and roll, and that's kind of what's been killing them all season, especially with obviously the outside shots, Carmelo Anthony and such, because it was the double whammy where the perimeter defense is no good. Oh, and by the way, there's no rim protection either. So what happens? You just don't win a lot of games that way, especially against physical teams with some talent on the roster. Even though they're extremely underachievers, there's still some talent on that team. You don't want to just play around with them. So, I mean, nobody did well in this game except Pekovic, really, and Shabazz Muhammad.
Yeah, 5 for 5,
Yes.
and didn't even play 15 minutes.
No, he was actually pretty good out there in the little time he was there. Had some turnovers, which was disappointing, but I mean, I'll take the physicality in the offense over that, I suppose, in a big way. To be honest, he does get snake bit by a lot of like cheap like offensive foul calls. Some are right and
Yeah.
some are kind of borderline, I would say. Um, but yeah, he should have gotten more playing time in a situation like that instead of our favorite point guard ever. Did you just look at his stat line? There we. I hate the guy. Oh, can I say it on the air? It's okay to yeah. I'm gonna use the word because I don't want a Kool-Aid drink. I just can't, and I don't care what anybody thinks. Go ahead and unfollow or whatever. 1 of 9 from the floor. He shoots like an idiot. I can't stand the guy. He complains all the time, and I'll get on to tonight too later on with the Toronto game. Oh boy, what do you think of JJ Marcus? Wasn't he wonderful in that Knicks game?
Oh, he was great.
He was awesome.
Just what we needed. I mean, if we want that pick, we need more JJ.
That's the good part. I mean, you can what should we call him? I wish there was a term for the people that the soldiers that go in tanks. He's the perfect guy for it. Him and Mark Mad Dog, the tankers, right? I got to think of a term. I don't know. I got to come up with something. Shame on me for that. Obviously, if you want rim protection, you just play Gorgie Zheng for the last minute of the game. I guess I guess that's what we're gonna do. Isn't that perfect?
Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, we didn't use our Durant stopper to
Oh yeah.
stop Carmelo. We used Corey Brewer.
Mm-hmm.
Which didn't work well at all.
He was all over. He just destroyed Corey Brewer the whole game. And like one of the roots of the problem with our defense too is there's just too much gambling. That's another reason why you guys are getting open threes and such. There's too much gambling. They're attacking. They're kind of going. Yeah, I like guys that try to get steals and stuff, but not when it can get you killed. And
Yeah.
Brewer and Rubio kind of have that bug a little bit. They're a little bit too excited to try to get a steal all the time. But sometimes you got to stay home, especially on shooters. You have to stay home. You've got to stay
Yeah, and
home, eh?
I really wanted to see Gorgie go against Tyson Chandler.
That would have been interesting. I mean, he's got a little offense ability too, and obviously the shot blocking. He did get 2 rebounds and a basket in that last minute. That not that it matters, but it really
Yeah, I mean,
doesn't.
at least have him there to just to change someone's shot. At least, I mean, because when you think of Tyson Chandler, we don't think of him scoring 15 points.
Mm-hmm.
I was surprised at that, but not
Yeah, what
surprised
the hell?
considering who was guarding him, either Love or for whatever reason, Dante.
He's too short. What are they doing? Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can't have Donna Cunningham on Tyson Chandler. So it's like he was basically just hooking over him, wasn't he, the whole game?
Yeah,
It's just unbelievable. And that's exactly that's exactly what was happening. He was basically shooting right over Cunningham and getting those little taller that I'm taller than you type of hooks over Dante. And I just don't understand. That's probably one of the reasons Dante was a -12, which was the worst on the roster. Shabazz, amazingly, was a -11. I don't think the turnovers helped his cause, unfortunately. But at the same time, I mean, you can't only go on that. When you got a guy like Luke Richard Mamute was a +1, yeah, huh? He was the top guy, most efficient. Luke Richard, yes. Rubio 6 turnovers. It was turnover city in this game, but actually not. Well, yeah, it's like it was, but it wasn't. There were 14 turnovers, which isn't the worst thing ever. It's mostly just the defense in general. The Wolves shot okay. They shot okay. Uh, Love too trigger happy in this game. He did not play well at all. Didn't get a double double. Didn't even get 10 rebounds. But obviously the shooting percentage terrible. Three of
yeah.
10. Yeah, I mean stop launching threes. come on. You're down from a team. I know you want to try to make a comeback, but launching threes like crazy is not gonna help you make a comeback. You got to make smart points in a situation like that. I got to think. It's all just a myth. Bunninger again. It's just all he does is clang shots. That's all he does, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
His defense was horrible too. I mean, he was on Carmelo a little bit in this game too. Just horrible. I can't even. Kevin Martin's the usual softy. I might as well just call him Softy Cream because that's about what it is. Uh, Raymond Felton was hitting his threes. Well, who wasn't hitting their threes? And okay, it's time to throw the stat in because the New York Knicks scored quite a few points in that first half. In fact, 38 in the first quarter, 28 in the second, which was a 76-point number. 76 points. Yeah, 76 points in the first half by the Knicks. That's pretty high. How many points did the Wolves give up when you combine the 79 and 76? 79 points in the second half against Denver, 76 against the Knicks in the first half of this game. That would be 155 points in a four-quarter span, folks. 155 points. 155 points. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this team definitely needs.
Say that again?
I was saying this team definitely needs to make a change. All of the Adelman guys haven't made this team any better.
Yeah, really. They're not making the team better at all. We need to make a change defensively. We need to and it's sad you bring in Mamute to be a defensive guy, and even he's not helping at all either. I'm not seeing the defense. Yep. Go ahead. Oh, you still there?
Yeah. I mean, my priority would be to stop Carmelo, then to have Corey Brewer in there. We should stop Melo.
I mean, I would think so. You got to be a little more focused on it, without a doubt. It's been a huge problem along the way. Obviously, the pick and roll defense has been really rough. And I can see we're having connection issues again, so I apologize, guys. This has happened from time to time. Looks like things are okay now, if you're still there. Yeah, we have some connection issues once in a while, so that's one thing we have to worry about. Other than that, though, at least we're able to get the shows out, and the audio is pretty decent, except for that small little part there. But, yeah, overall, this game was a true atrocity in a big way. The defense was the root of it, of course. The Wolves didn't exactly shoot particularly well. They didn't play smart on offense. It went from bad defense to dumb decision making to the wrong guys on the floor to everything. I mean, outplayed us, outcoached us, blah blah blah. I mean, is there anything else to add for this game that you would like to get off your chest?
It was just an ugly game. I did not want to let a team who's on a losing streak beat us like that.
Yeah, they've been playing horribly. I mean, didn't they just get crushed just recently?
Yeah.
They had just been crushed like just very recently, and and yet they come in here looking like, well, I guess the team that some people thought they would be coming into the season, or really early last season, we'll say, because the way last season ended was an indication that Knicks team was on a downtrend. But obviously, yeah, we didn't expect to be quite as bad as it was. Yeah, they just lost to the Pistons, they lost to the Bulls, they lost to the Warriors, the Heat, blah blah blah. It just goes on and on. They lost several games in a row. That close one against Dallas, where there was horrible decision making. I remember watching that one and kind of making, man, they lost like 100. Yeah, they lost like 10 games in a row, didn't they? Yeah, we ended their losing streak. Yeah. Yes, we did. It was good times. Didn't you enjoy it? 1 second. What have the Knicks done since then? I don't even want to get into that. Of course, this game was Wednesday, March the 5th. We'll probably try to get off this one, much as we enjoy talking about it, right? So now we slide into the Detroit game, where the Wolves played a little defense, a little bit. for 3 quarters. We'll just call it 3 quarters of defense. We can't call it 4. Minnesota wins 114-101. And by the way, the Knicks game was 118-106, officially, obviously a loss by the Wolves. The Wolves get back above 500 with a 114-101 win against Detroit. We're the ones scoring 39 points in the first quarter, huh? And again, we apologize for the connection issues kind of getting knocked around here with the connection. So I do apologize for that. Again, as I was saying, the Wolves against Detroit on Friday, March the 5th. Well, the Wolves were able to get 39 points in the first quarter. That was nice. 39-21. It gave us a little hope and made us happy a little bit. Not really getting us excited about making the postseason or anything, but at least just a more entertaining brand of basketball. And, of course, Friday, March 7th, not 5th. Pardon me for that. It was a fun game to watch, I suppose, but Detroit's just a team that once upon a time prided itself on defense certainly didn't look like it on this game. Andre Drummond fouled out in this one. What do you think of Andre Drummond?
I liked how he played some very good defense, Drummond.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, when he was playing.
Yeah, he fouled out in only 21 minutes. Kind of a rough game for him. 2 blocks, but yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of Andre Drummond. Josh Smith, yeah, I don't like him anymore. Do you still like Josh Smith?
No.
I don't.
No.
Oh, he sucks. Josh Smith sucks.
And he's not even on the Wolves. Now, I can't imagine, the diehard Pistons fans, how they think about him.
Which ones?
The diehard Pistons fans.
Oh, yeah, they probably hate him.
Yeah.
Because at best, defensively, he's a gambler. He's out of control. He just stands and shoots threes when he's shooting like 26% from the arc. He's not a good 3-point shooter, yet he keeps forcing him up. Only shot 1 in this game, and of course, he missed it. 4 of 14 from the floor. Yeah, he sucks. A very expensive, sucky player. Another sucky player is Stuckey, and luckily he didn't have to play too much. I'm sure that's very happy thing for Keelan King over there, cheering for Detroit from the city of Portland with his buddy Tristan Mayer. Yes, I like Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. He didn't really look spectacular in this game, but the little glimpses when he was out there, you could see that he could be a nice shooting guard in this league.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, nothing great though. Nothing great.
Yeah. Yeah, I was about to say yeah.
Yeah, nothing great. I'm not a fan of Brendan Jennings at all anymore either. It's like, what happened to these guys? They went to Detroit and died. Brendan Jennings. It seemed like he was kind of on the decline, though, the past few years. Like, not because he's getting older. He's just not that good, I guess. He's kind of out of control. He's always been pretty out of control, though. Will Bynum's a feisty little guy, though. You like him?
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Son of a gun.
I thought they were going to actually come back on us.
It looked like they were going to win this game. It really did.
Yeah, I'm thinking, please put Gorgie out there. Please put Gorgie out there.
Yeah, Shabazz managed to get 10 minutes. Gorgie got 6. And the little time he was out there, he was effective. Got a couple blocks, 3 fouls, but I don't know. I mean, I'm not too mad at him. It's like of course he's going to get fouls in the very limited time because he's probably playing ultra aggressive because he figures he's not going to be playing 35 minutes, so they're not necessarily counting on him to preserve his fouls, so to speak. That's probably about the root of it. Barea, same old story. I mean, yeah, he got his 6 assists. That's great, but I don't know. A lot of his assists are like, oh, he's open. You know what I mean? That's what his assists are. They're not really like good plays. I mean, do you ever really see JJ Barea get an actual good assist? Like maybe once in a blue moon, I suppose.
I think his best one this season was the lob to Baz.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. That was nice. At least it was to the right guy, right? our favorite guy. Cunningham and Barea shot a combined 4 of 16 in this game. Hey, yes. Chase Buninger. Actually, this is probably one of his. Even though the numbers don't really look like all sexy or anything, this is one of his better games in a while. not high numbers, but at least shot over 50% in the game and was efficient in a small amount of time. Still not a big fan though. He was more aggressive taking the ball to the basket in this game, which actually is good instead of just standing at the 3 point line and clanging them over and over and over, which is disappointing and frustrating to watch. Wolves 3 point shooting is down to 30% lately. It's nothing to brag about in any way. Mm-mm. I mean, I'm glad the Wolves won this game just for the sake of it was fun to watch, but that's about it. But okay, here was a little prediction I made. A little prediction. In that fourth quarter, the Timberwolves were up like 100-80 or something, and I was like, you know what? Detroit's gonna. There was about 7 minutes left, and I was thinking to myself, and I didn't put it on Twitter, so it's not documentable. So I screwed up there. But I was like, Detroit's going to score 100, aren't they? I could just sense it, and they did. Well, they did, didn't they?
That's Bynum. That was all Bynum.
Mm-hmm. Aggressive little son of a gun. You like him? You like him? No, yeah, I keep saying
Yeah, I
that.
do actually.
His field goal percentage wasn't so hot, but he made threes. Both of them. Both of them. uh, Detroit, yeah, they managed to make it kind of semi-interesting, which is annoying. When we're blowing them out, it's like it was kind of like the Denver game, just not quite as dramatic. Though Detroit did. I'm just having. Detroit did manage to score 32 points in that fourth quarter, though. Our fourth quarter numbers are pretty scary, actually. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Wolves managed to get 17 in that fourth quarter, by the way. Yeah, it just shows how bad we're blowing them out, though. We still beat them by 13, even with a quarter like that. Oh, that's bad. Poor Detroit. Don't you love Detroit? Don't you love them? No. Now we head into the Toronto game. Unless you have any final take on the Detroit game.
It was a bad win.
It was a bad win, yeah, because it was so ugly, right?
Yeah.
It was good, and then it was ugly. Like, what the hell? It was just kind of weird. Like, okay, all right. Well, at least we won, though. Yeah, it was kind of a funky finish. Like, come on, guys. But at least they did get something. The Toronto Raptors, Sunday, March the 9th, 2014. Toronto Raptors come to Minnesota and, beat the Wolves 111 to 104 in a game where, the first quarter, it looked like it was going to be close. The second quarter, it looked like it was going to be close. And it just kind of unraveled as things progressed along the way. What the hell? Hey, it's just another one. Just another one to chalk up, I guess. Unfortunately, the Wolves back down to 500. Yet we have equaled, and this was as of the Detroit game, our win total from last year. Huh? You want to give the guys a big hand for that?
Oh, no, I want them to tank.
You want it to be 21 wins, right? So we got the fifth pick or something.
Oh yeah.
Then of course, like some son of a gun from that's supposed to be like the 10th pick will leapfrog and get the number one pick again. That's how it always goes, and it's never us. This would be the year, if we're in the lottery, let's win it this time. Come on now. Wishful thinking. We're over. We are so overdue for something crazy good. What was us? No, yeah, pretty much. This game was fun in the first half, and it just kind of slowly kept getting crappier. Same old perimeter defense, same old story. What did Toronto shoot from 3-point range? 58%. 14 of 24 from 3-point range. It just continues. It's just the same thing. I mean, I sound like a broken record, but I mean, you watch these games, we are watching a broken record, Marcus. We're watching a broken record. Did you see Novak tonight?
Oh yeah, man, sniping us.
5 of 6. 5 of 6 from the floor, all 3-pointers. All of them. Vasquez was hitting threes. Corey Brewer was kind of getting in it a bit. It was kind of fun. Did you like Corey's feistiness?
Yeah, I do. But sometimes it's like JJ, like his hero game and Corey's, gambling for the steals. It it's a double-edged sword. But for the
Some,
most part, I wish he would have. He had a couple of air balls.
yeah, Corey did have a couple air balls, didn't he, today?
Yeah, but towards the end,
Yep.
he
Yep.
made up for it, I guess, by having that animal one at the free throw line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that wasn't
Missed the
bad.
second free throw. Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I like that. But it
Yeah.
didn't seem like Kevin Love, just like the Suns game, he saw that we're going to lose anyway and checked out on us early.
Yeah. Yeah. Continue with that. Remember you were mentioning that off the
Oh
mic a
yeah,
bit.
he doesn't seem like a very good leader. I'm sure
Mm-hmm.
you listeners are thinking the same thing or know that already.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I just noticed that when he was open and um he didn't get the ball, he pretty much complained to Corey, who didn't pass the ball to him, by throwing his arms up. Like, why don't you give me the ball?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm sure Corey saw that he was open, and also there was another guy open. I mean, guys, you're not going to get the ball every time.
Yeah,
And then when
really.
you don't complain like that,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
don't put your teammates under the spotlight like that.
Yeah, under the bus, throw him under the bus, under the hot lights and all that. Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's been doing that for a long time, pretty much forever, to be honest with you. Like all the way back to that whole Darko thing years ago in the preseason, which is really silly. But put your hands up. Remember that?
Yeah, yep.
Like, what are you, stupid? Yeah, that's how you were saying that. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure part of it's obviously his frustration and such, but yet at the same time, I mean, yeah, his leadership skills are really non-existent. This is a team really that does not have a leader. There's one guy that could be the leader, yet his play on the court doesn't justify it yet, and that's Ricky Rubio. Obviously, he's a better floor general than that son of a bitch, JJ Barea. Dare I say? I just can't stand it. I can't. I never could stand it, but now I'm like so done. I just want somebody to clip him out there. But Rubio's ability to lead, I think he's got leadership skills. He showed some passion tonight that he hasn't shown for a while. We saw it a lot last year, and it seemed to kind of go away this year, or he seemed to get more and more timid and kind of. It's like because he was so frustrated with how poorly he was playing, his shooting and turnovers and stuff, that it just kind of his passion seemed to go away. Where tonight you saw it again. The numbers
Yeah.
don't really indicate greatness, but still, we saw it again tonight. That was pretty cool.
You also a lot of frustration,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that too. You could
probably
tell
because of the all the no calls.
there was a lot of that tonight too. Like it seemed like there's always a lot of that. I mean, it's like, do we have any examples? I don't even know if you have a direct example.
Yeah, the his six foul call.
Oh yeah,
When
yeah.
DeRozan gave him a shot to the face.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. Yeah, that one. Yeah, definitely. Like I don't know why I was blanking there. I apologize there. Um, that was pretty blatant. You could definitely see the frustration as I remember, and I don't know. His leadership skills are certainly better than Love's. I just wish the talent level would get where it needs to be. That's the
Yeah,
frustration. Some nights it's there, some nights it isn't. But of course, I'd rather have him driving this car than JJ Barea because Barea will drive it right off a cliff. Oh, and what was his shooting tonight? 2 of 8 again. It's like 3 consecutive days. A couple of days before that, or the game before that, was 1 of 9. So why Rick Edelman likes him? Why the local media? And I got to say this now, since we're at the end of the game reviews here. Why the local media? And this is not everybody, but it seems like the blogger ones, like not the 1500s. They know what's going on over at 1500. I think those guys are more like honest, like we are. But it seems like a lot of the bloggers and the other podcasts, they act like JJ Barea is some kind of like misunderstood person. I mean, I had a guy doing all these these hashtag deals like free Shabazz, which that's cool. We agree with that. Hashtag get Gorgie in. Hashtag let Lexi go. Like let him play.
yeah.
So I did hashtag bench Barea. And then he just said hashtag bad Berea tweets. I was like, okay, I almost dropped a F bomb there, but you get the idea. Bleep you. I was pissed off, and this was somebody that works for FSN. It's just they're a bunch of. I'm sorry. Why are people such tools for this guy? I had somebody last year. I don't want to name names. I don't like the guy. I unfollowed him immediately last year because he was such a jerk. Um, Telling me how Berea and Ridnour are perfectly fine and I need to shut up. Basically, it's like I don't know what these people are watching. Honestly, like, are they married to these people or what? Hmm. What do you think of
Yeah,
that craziness?
it definitely seems like it. Um, I mean, yeah, Bray has his faults.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't make his team better. He's better used as, a little spark plug off the bench, but Edelman wants him to be. It seems like he wants him just to be our leader. He'd rather have
Mm-hmm.
JJ out there than Rubio.
Yeah, it kept.
And
Mm-hmm. Yep. Go ahead.
no, I just see the same type of faults in Rubio. He
Ooh,
definitely should have spent the offseason on the shot.
that
And
part.
I
Yeah.
watched a couple of his games, and playing with Spain, and
Mm-hmm.
he was shooting a whole lot better. And he
Huh.
comes here, he comes back, and is worse.
Yeah.
Same with Shved.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, that's ridiculous, isn't it? Shved is just. And yeah, so yeah, you bring up a good point there where where Rubio obviously has faults too with the shooting of yeah, and I completely agree with that. Where with me, it's like Rubio is at least more calm and more of a leader, leading the offense, passing the ball, making players better. Where Berea makes nobody better. He's literally in it all for himself. And as far as I'm concerned, a lot of his shots are kind of like fall away, or I don't even know what they are. They're just kind of like forced, like mid range twisty. I don't know what the hell to even call them. Like I guess wannabe like fadeaways. I guess that's about what I could call it. Just horrible like shots from like a high schooler, uh, if that. Um, where yeah, I suppose his role would be to come in and just kind of gun like he was with the Dallas Mavericks or attack the basket, and that's it. No point guard, none of that. Seems like he's better when Rubio's in there. I guess when they're together, and that's in short stretches though. You don't want to have that too long. And that's all Root Berea's role should be, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, AJ Price should be playing. I just love that though. Hashtag bad Berea tweets. It's like you jackass. These guys are such snobs. It's not even funny. Uh, Fudge knuckers. Anyhow, Toronto game was filled with a bunch of garbage. Berea, or excuse me, Muhammad. Yeah, here we go. Final point of this game. Did Muhammad play in the first half, Marcus? Did he?
No.
He did not. And it's like, uh-oh. It's like, here we go again. But he did play in the second half, and he was all right. Did you like what you saw from him tonight?
Yeah, and even Pete was saying, yeah, just go at he liked the way he was playing tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was attacking Toronto, and it's nice to have a player that does attack and actually has the physical skills to score. Actually, kind of like score once in a while. Where a lot of the guys on the bench don't. The one guy that has the ability to score tries to do too much and forces stuff, and I already ran him into the ground. So, okay, JJ, I'll calm down now. I'll give you a little pat on the back for that. At least you can score once in a while, but that's about it. Um, Whereas, yeah, I mean, Muhammad, I think, is more of a legit scorer in this league than pretty much anybody off the bench right now, including the Chase Bunningers, who, I don't know, I just don't like him right now. Maybe next year, I guess, but but it was like that last year as well. It's like a wait till next year type of thing, which is going to drive any of us nuts. Mm. Do you see anything out of Buttinger out of this season?
Inconsistency.
That's about it. He made it three
Just
tonight. Yeah, go ahead.
just okay defense.
Yeah. And occasionally he just gets spun up, doesn't he? By the
Yeah.
Carmelos and such. Oh, sorry for my rambling there. Sorry about that. Hope I'm not burning you out here. And I hope that the connection has improved. So I'm very happy right now. Very very pleased with that, and do apologize to the listeners about some of the connection issues. It's just something we're still kind of adjusting. We're using a different type of way to run Skype, we'll say. So at least it's working now. Again, we apologize for that. It wasn't a very good week for the Wolves. No, we gave up a trillion points, a lot of threes, and I don't know. This was the stretch where we thought the Wolves were going to go on a long winning streak, and they're not going on a long winning streak, are they? No, it was just a 500 week. Hmm?
I'm okay with that. I think you know why.
Yep. You're putting on that. You're putting on that. You're wearing the green camouflage with the hard shell helmet and the
It's tank time.
Yep. He's getting in the tank over there. He's getting in the tank. Yes, he's getting in the tank. And I know. See, that's the thing. Okay, I'll say this real quick for all the Kool-Aids out there that are like, see, listen to these guys, listen to them. All they are is negative and bash, bash, bash. Well, I'm going to tell you, the guy on Showtime and Timberwolves show named Vince Germano loves the Lakers. And we love the Timberwolves, folks. And he wants the Lakers to tank. Because A, this is a great draft. B, being stuck in mediocrity, once you're in it, you're almost stuck in it for like 10 years.
Yeah.
I do not want to be what Detroit is becoming right now. And what Toronto was for like eternity.
What Denver was.
What Denver was? Yep. What Sacramento
Especially,
kind of is?
the Hawks.
Yes. Yeah, you don't want to be stuck in... And it's not like we don't want to make the playoffs. We'd love to. But getting swept in the first round or sort of showing up... I mean, I'd love to make the playoffs, but this team is in need of another legit player. And it seems like we're going to say that till the cows come home, but...
Yeah. And only
pick the right one.
Big name teams, the big quote unquote big markets, they're the only teams that can attract another superstar.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, with the free agency,
do that, the draft is the way to go. And if we would have, I know it's like beating a dead horse.
Yep.
If we would have drafted at least Curry.
Oh yeah.
If you would have at least had Curry, we'd be so much better right now.
Yeah, we'd for sure be a 50-win team. Like there's just no doubt about it. There isn't even a question, is there? We'd be one of the best 3-point shooting teams in all basketball. Love and Curry. It's called Love and Happiness, right?
Then we wouldn't have to worry about Love leaving.
Mm-hmm. You would think, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, we could even still have Rubio.
Oh yeah.
At least have try to get something back for Rubio. Mm-hmm. Keep Rubio, have him come off the bench, play alongside Curry.
Yeah, he could kind of be both. He'd still get 25 to 30 minutes a game, and if he became a quote unquote Magic Johnson or Pistol Pete, whatever the heck, if he became it, so be it. Why not? Just a good problem to have. I'd rather have that problem than have J.J. Barea coming off the bench when he's not really a point guard. He's a shooting guard, spark plug in short spurts. You want to have the best players you possibly can out there, and if it means some of them are coming off the bench, so be it. I'd rather have Rubio coming off the bench than Alexis Shved. Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
It's just, you just think about this stuff. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so you think about this stuff, it's crazy, obviously. So you want the best players available, and that's the whole root of our thought process. We're not just rooting for the Wolves to lose, and we're not bashing them and kicking them around. We're not trying to. The reason why we bash and kick around a little bit is because we want to win so bad. That's the root of it. So as we beat the dead horse, and try to revive the horse again, we're gonna get to break, and we're gonna jump into the previews and then the fan interaction segment. Oh, but dare we before we jump off? Do we even want to do a Lone Wolf and Johnny Flynn memorial for this one? Would you like to even?
If you want to.
Yeah, I think it's like we keep like throwing that away. We got to bring it back. Lone Wolf, I guess it's Kevin Love. It kind of has to be. He's been outplaying everybody. You could actually even say Pekovic. I'll go with Pekovic. Yeah. Mhm.
as a lone wolf.
Yes. Yep. He's been making the shots he's been taking. I mean, in the
Yeah, but
limited.
we aren't winning.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
It's like you
Yeah.
know what you're saying about the tanking.
Hmm.
It's like you gotta know when to hold them and when to fold them.
Yeah, that was our episode at the end of the year. Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. We know we aren't a playoff team. Why not develop our rookies? And when Peck came back, great, he's back. But at the same time, is we're not winning.
Hmm. Yeah.
And it's
Sort
kind of
of.
like okay, he's taking development from Gorgie.
Hmm. That's the crappy part. But it seems like even when he wasn't playing, they still wouldn't play him. 'Cause,
Yeah, that's true.
and
That's true.
that's obviously the king of kings when it comes to topics on this show.
Yeah, somehow Adelman thought that would be a great idea to just move Love to center.
Yep. Yeah, he was getting most of the center minutes. It seemed like.
Yeah, which I'm sure Love doesn't appreciate at all.
Yeah, it's not his thing. It's just not. He plays it because he has to, type of thing, and that's about it.
Yeah, but I'm sure Love's not happy about it.
Mm-mm.
So we have Love out there and Dante.
Ugh. Too small. Damn it.
Yeah,
Too small. Dante is like a small forward, power forward, whatever he is. I don't even know what he is anymore.
yeah, small forward.
Uh,
Yeah,
he's a small
yeah,
power. He's an F. Just regular forward, I guess. Whatever that is. He provides something and doesn't provide everything. That's for sure. Doesn't provide rim protection like he did last year. He's not the same guy he was last year in a contract year, which is kind of weird. This is the contract year, and he's not playing well. So go figure there. Do you have a lone wolf, or do you want to just pass?
yeah. I'll pass on that. It's just a
Oh,
lot
look
of
at you.
different.
Yeah, it's tough. It's a
Well, it's
tough week.
because
It's a tough week, isn't it?
yeah. Well, I'll have to say I can't say Love because I mean, even though
Didn't.
he plays well,
Mm-hmm.
I just don't like how he acts.
Mm-hmm. And
And huh?
oh
Go.
yeah, and he was
Go.
not good in that Knicks game. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta know when to pass the ball.
Yeah, really. Once in a while, right?
Yeah, if you're getting double teamed, someone has to be open.
Mm-hmm.
If I'll give it to anyone, it'll probably be uh, Muhammad.
Look, he's going to the Chris Johnson card again. Oh, that's funny. No, he
Just
was good though.
because,
He was good though.
yeah, when he's out there, he tries his hardest, and it's not
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
he was before, as to where when he did get playing time, he
Yeah.
would rush things.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like he's using his minutes a whole lot better.
That's the good part. He has changed that. He's not just jacking up shots like he was originally.
Yeah,
He has changed, and that
yeah.
might
So
be.
I'm just giving
Yep.
him credit for that.
That is very cool. I like that, and it's very true as well. It's very very true.
Yeah, he could be, frustrated, thinking, okay, why am I not getting playing minutes? Get out there and play horribly.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like he's actually trying.
Yeah, That's really really cool. That's good. That's a good. I think that's awesome, and no doubt about it. I like what he's doing as well. When you think about that, he's not jacking up shots. He's staying within the system, so to speak, without like obviously. I mean, he'll attack the basket though, but that's because he can. It's at the right place, right time type of stuff. It's not just forcing it like he
Yeah.
used to. So that's good. Very cool. So Johnny Flynn Memorial, Berea. Yeah, I already ripped him enough. JJ Barea. Yes, yes. Yeah. Do you have a Johnny Flynn Memorial?
Um, what this team? I'll say Dante.
Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like both of them. Yeah, both of them been killing us. So that sounds good. Yeah, he just hasn't been
Well,
playing well.
yeah, because you can at least say for JJ that he's been pretty consistent while he's been here.
Yeah.
Dante, on the other
Yeah.
hand, you think would play someone on a contract year,
Yeah.
and he's not.
Mm. Hmm. I see what you mean. Yeah, it's like what the hell? It's his contract year, and he's not playing better.
Yeah.
It's a myth. It really is a myth. Oh man.
He's not playing better, and he's still getting a lot of minutes.
Yeah, what the flip? What the flip? He's not playing better. Yeah, we're not seeing the shot blocking. Last year you saw the aggressiveness defensively. That,
Yeah, the hustle,
Mhm.
everything.
Yeah, we're not seeing it this year. It's sleepy. It's just sleepy looking.
Yeah, key plays, key steals.
Mm-hmm. It's a
Now it's nothing. It's like whatever Fareed caught, he caught.
Yeah, yes. Both of them are not nearly as effective as last year. Like Fareed looked like a future 5 to 10 time All-Star in this league, and Cunningham looked
Yep.
like wow, the best kept secret in the league. Like look at that, only $2 million a year for this guy.
Yep.
Wow.
Still.
Yeah, this guy's worth $7 million a year probably. Okay, well I was okay, maybe like 4 or 5. We would do that too. We'd sign him for like $7 million, and then he'd be like this, and it would be like 4 more years. Oh, we'd be ripping our hair out. That's a good. Yeah, this is good stuff. Yes, yes, I do love it indeed. And again, yeah, it's nice to see the connections better. That's why we're a little bit more. We're having a little better interaction going on now. Yeah, we're still kind of learning here with this. The way the program is working because it's a little different than what other people may use with Skype. So again, we apologize for that. So we might as well hop off this this segment and hop into the next. We'll be right back right after this.
Do you shop on Amazon? Did you know that you can support this podcast just by doing your normal shopping on Amazon? It's really easy to do. Just go to thesportstuff.com and click on one of the many Amazon pictures. Do your normal shopping, and Amazon sees that we referred you, and they give us a percentage. We'd like to thank you in advance for supporting thesportstuff.com, and please use our Amazon link. Now enjoy the rest of the show.
We are going round like Saturn's ring.
Contact us and support Timberwolves Explosion by liking us on Facebook and following @Wolves Explosion on Twitter. Don't forget to call into our phone lines at 209-736-7877. That's 209-736-7877. Too busy to sit in front of a computer? Simply download Timberwolves Explosion on iTunes for Apple devices. For Android, download the Double Twist app. And for Windows and BlackBerry phones, simply find us in the store. And now, back to Paladino Joey and Marcus the Forecaster. And we are back here on Timberwolves Explosion. It is the preview segment. We have switched Marcus over to the phone, so because there was a little bit too much connection issues, so we don't want to drive you nuts or us nuts. So we've switched over to the phone for a little bit safer attempt at a show here. So we apologize. And as mentioned, it's a preview segment. Yes, Marcus the Forecaster grew up in Racine, Wisconsin. And, well, the best team in the NBA, that was the team that he grew up close to, is coming to Target Center. They're the best team in the league with a 12-50 record. Well, at least the best team.
Funny.
Funny, yep, I'm sorry. Best record for the draft anyway, that side of things. Hey, look at the bright side. Mr. Wiggins is going to be wearing some antlers.
Key.
Huh?
That's the whole key.
It is, isn't it? It is.
Pair him up with the Greek freak, and there you go.
The Greek freak, because yes, the Bucks do come to town Tuesday, March 11th. The Greek freak, and I will attempt to say his name, Giannis or Giannis. Okay, I had it before, but it's Antetokounmpo. I had it. Antetokounmpo. There we go. I had it before, and I was listening to it, watching it, and stuff, and yeah. But yeah, we know who he is. 15th overall pick. The Wolves passed on him for Shabazz Muhammad. So, Yeah, he's coming to town. Do you think the Wolves win?
Yeah.
Yeah, they better. They better.
And if they don't, hopefully, Baz will get Muhammad to get some minutes.
Yes, let's put him up against the Greek Freak. Why not?
Against a teenager who gets more minutes.
Who's that?
So against the teenager who gets more minutes.
Yeah, it's pretty frustrating, isn't it? Yeah, I mean,
he's the youngest guy in the league right now.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that just nuts? Oh my God, we're getting to this stage now. This is really making me sad. Like it hurts. Giannis, by the way, so I'll mention this. About 6 months removed from Kevin Garnett being drafted. Now we're talking here when he was born here, Mr. Giannis. December 6th, 1994. About 6 months removed from the drafting of Kevin Garnett with the Timberwolves. So I feel old, Marcus. I feel really old. Don't you? That's
I don't look it, which is a good thing. But yeah, I'm starting to feel it.
Oh, it's messed up. This is messed up. I can't believe this. I just look at that. Oh Lord. Oh, I still remember.
When you actually see the numbers,
It's weird. It's like I still, it's like I still remember when I was like, oh my God, I'm actually older than one player on the Timberwolves. I couldn't believe it. It was by like a month. Like wow. And then my uncle looked over and told me, get used to it, Joey. Because once you're older than one, it's gonna be all of them eventually, and it's been there and done that already. Yeah. I hate it. Well, Kobe's a year older than me, so yeah, I'll look on the bright side. But no, this should be an easy win for the Wolves. This should be a win for the Wolves. Pardon me about the easy part. You got Ramon Sessions, coming to town, so anything could happen there. He's a buck again. Son of a biscuit. And
I want to see that kid play. I actually went just to pick him.
Say that again?
No, actually went to us to pick him.
That would have, remember we were sitting there thinking, I still remember you saying that too, because that's our tradition. Every single year, Christmas 2.0, it's usually about 6 months away from Christmas, right around June 25th. We always hang out and have our dominoes. There's a free plug. And come on now, Tallgrass. Some 8-bit pale ale on this show too now. But what was I going to say? Yeah, I still remember you saying, man, I really want us to take this young Greek kid. And then all of a sudden we said Shabazz Muhammad, and we looked at each other like, oh, yeah, that's right, Shabazz Muhammad, So, because we thought for some reason, we mentally thought he was already taken. Like we were blanking for a minute there.
Yeah.
So, and then we thought, well, that's cool, but now obviously here's the Greek Freak and Shabazz. I suppose it's going to be interesting to see who does better long term.
Yeah, and actually I didn't see much of Gorgie. I don't know anything of Gorgie when we picked him.
Look at you. Yeah, I saw a bit of him in the national championship, because I don't watch college basketball super close until March, so and I didn't even necessarily watch it super close then, and it wasn't even dawning on me like he's eligible for the draft, and it's like, oh, that tall, lanky, shot blocking stud center for the Louisville Cardinals, whatever it is, right? Louisville Cardinals. Looked pretty good. Wasn't even thinking about it, and it's like, oh, I was kind of daydreaming maybe he'd be good for the Wolves if he was available. We got him, but we're not playing him. Okay, enough of that, right? just imagine that.
Actually, I think both of us were going for the Rice for the juniors, Rice Junior and the Hardaway.
Yeah, I liked Hardaway personally, and I think you liked Rice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was on the Hardaway bandwagon, and the Knicks. Well, we'll see. It's still a work in progress. They're going to need more than Hardaway, but yeah, you get the idea. They're probably going to lose Carmelo, and they should. There's just no point in keeping him at this point. It's not going to get them anywhere anyway.
I don't know if Phil Jackson goes there. I don't know if that'll help him. Yeah,
that's another league note there. We could throw out there. Phil Jackson. We'll see. Phil Jackson maybe, just maybe, could be what Flip Saunders is with the Wolves. He could be the Yoda of the Knicks. Wouldn't that be something? That would be quite interesting over there.
I don't know if Flip is a Yoda to the Wolves right now, the way Adam is coaching.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it supposedly he got to Edelman and said Shabazz needs to play. So supposedly that's like one of the rumors out there. One of the behind closed doors things that he like yelled at Edelman saying you need to play Shabazz.
Yeah, but it's bad to even have to go that far.
Really?
To tell the coach, hey, play the best, play one of the best guys that we have. You know.
Yeah.
I'm sure no one went up to Phil and said, you're not going to play Kobe.
Yeah. Wow. Look at you, Kobe. No, but still, yeah. I mean, Shabazz is at least a top. Well, we'll say a top 5 scorer on the roster without a doubt. And he's more than just a scorer. He rebounds. His defense isn't there yet, but yeah, you get the idea. He provides physicality on offense that not many players in his team have.
Yeah, it showed easily that the game that we played today, that pass to by Rubio, I thought he was going to lay that up.
Yeah, that was good stuff. And yeah, I'll briefly throw that in too. That was a really good play by both players. Shabazz was kind of sliding out a little bit, which gave him enough space as Rubio started to drive to the basket, drawing Shabazz's defender towards Rubio, and then bam, all Rubio had to do was dish, and then Shabazz had a dunk, and it was a very aggressive dunk, which is another good thing. It's not.
Which should have been an and one.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, he doesn't get any calls at all. And I know it's still 2 points, but it's the kind of 2 points that can get the team's momentum up, and you wanted the momentum to go up because it was the fourth quarter. So, yeah. Nice game for Shabazz, though, to be honest. And there we go. It's getting sidetracked into Shabazz again. Look at us. So.
Well, I look for 2 rookie matchups, even though we both know that he's not going to get a lot of playing time. I want to see what other prospects do against, this Wolves. I don't normally watch other teams, but when they play us, I definitely want to see what our guys can do against us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean it's important. I remember watching Will Avery go against Baron Davis, and my sucker, my stupid ass thought that Will Avery's not much worse than Baron. He might actually be almost as good as him. They're really neck and neck here. Well. Will Avery, who? No, yeah, and obviously Baron Davis, he underachieved as his career progressed, but his first several years, he was pretty damn good. He was like Chris Paul before Chris Paul was Chris Paul, but, yeah, it's fun to see that, as long as we don't get deceived sometimes into the, like the Will Averys of the world. It just, oh my God. Ooh, talk about busts. He makes Johnny Flynn look good. No, but now, and yes, you notice the connection. We're able to have a clearer conversation, so we probably should just do this from until we have a better regular Skype connection. We're gonna have to probably do this, I think. So, yeah. So again, we apologize to the listeners. So those of you out there, we want to give you a nice, solid product, so you can hear how much fun we're having in our conversations. Charlotte Bobcats, well, the Timberwolves go visit Charlotte. Last year we lost on a last-second shot by Kemba Walker. This year, what's going to happen? An improved Charlotte team, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is Friday, March 14th. We'll preview one more game for Sunday coming up, and then we will get into fan interaction, which should be more brief this time than last time, excuse me. I do not predict a win here. I predict a win over the Bucks. I do not predict a win in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yep.
I just don't think so. What's that?
Yeah, I don't think we're going to win that either.
Yeah, I don't see it. I think their defense has gotten better over the years. They're just a better team. Obviously, they're a better team than they were. Not better than the Wolves, but I don't think the Wolves win there. They have never really played well in Charlotte for whatever reason. The soon-to-be Hornets. The next time the Wolves play Charlotte, it will be the Hornets. A definitely significantly improved team over last year, though. And Al Jefferson hates us, so we basically gave him up for nothing.
He's used to Bentleys now.
Yeah, son of a. Yeah, that was a mean thing to say, wasn't it, on his part?
Yeah.
Bastard. So. Really, probably not much to preview about this game other than I just think Charlotte's better. I think it's a tough place for the Wolves to play. I could see Charlotte coming out with a lot of energy and the Wolves just Just another one of those crappy road games. That's the vibe I get going into this one. Any thoughts you have? Any additional thoughts? You've had thoughts, sorry, but any additional thoughts?
We're going to have a hard time guarding the point guard and shooting guys.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Kemba's a nice player, and we had a lot of trouble with it last year for the most part. So the only difference is we don't have Ridnour, which I don't miss too much. So
yeah, I think Henderson's just the one right past Kevin Martin and.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's dangerously true. Now that they're probably going to scorch the net because I mean, like I said on Twitter tonight, if you need to improve your 3-point percentage, play the Wolves. You know, if you're able to play the Timberwolves, that will increase your 3-point percentage. Al Jefferson's having an awesome year, by the way, but yeah, he's back to his numbers when he was here, which is a pretty impressive thing because it seemed like forever in Utah he was about 17 points a game. He's back up into the 21 range, so good on him. Good on him. Yeah. So now we will move into the Sacramento Kings game. Yeah, so this is like the Gerald Wallace week, I guess you could say. Bobcats and Sacramento Kings Sunday. Derek Williams comes to town. I believe this is his first game back to Target Center. Yes, it is. Aren't you excited?
Sure.
Did you? Yeah. Oh, it might be. Huh? Yeah, the others were in Sacramento. Yes. Yes. Like Joey. Joey, you gotta clear up your memory there, buddy.
I just swore that he played here once.
Oh, he did. I apologize. Yes, he did.
Ridiculous layup, threw it behind his head.
Yeah, you're right. They did come here. I think we won that game, but still, yeah, they came here, and he had an okay game that night, too, if I remember correctly, about 15 points. Do you think the Wolves win this one? Seems like we match up well with these guys, even though they're kind of dangerous.
I don't. It all depends on Cousins and how much. I think every time D. Will comes here, he wants to crush us.
Oh, of course. Oh, yes, and yeah, that was actually very recent. We beat Sacramento also with Ricky Rubio's slow motion 3. So, yeah, it depends on Cousins in a lot of ways. It does, and Derek Williams, of course. If Derek Williams goes off, it'll make things more interesting. Thompson got like 1 trillion rebounds in that game. Jason Thompson, that was really annoying too. I mean, really annoying, wasn't it though?
Yeah.
He got 18 rebounds in that game. That was freaking ridiculous. Cousins, he was all over the place in that game as well. I mean, I was really happy with the way the Wolves played in that game, the way they persevered in that explosion in that fourth quarter. It was actually borderline miracle we won that game. So I do think the Wolves win this home game. So watch them lose by 40 or something. No, not 40, but watch them lose by 10. Some stupid game. We're just gonna have to wait.
For Sacktown. I didn't realize that they let Marcus Thornton go.
Yeah, they did, which is kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kind of like, wait, who's that again? No. Yeah, I mean, I've always liked him, you know?
Yeah, me too.
I've always liked Marcus Thornton. That one baffles me a little bit. I wouldn't have minded him here, to be honest. I mean, I'll take him over Shved.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm not even sure who they got. When I saw him on Brooklyn, I was like, wait a minute, what? Like,
yeah, Brooklyn. Yeah, that's who it was. Yeah, I was like blanking. I was like trying not to say anything. Yeah, the Brooklyn Nets. Yep. What the hell? Freaking Nets. They sign everybody and they still suck. Oh, wait. No, they're over 500 now, which is really kind of funny. It's been a long climb from, like, what were they, 13 games under 500 at one point. They are now over 500, which is quite funny. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, he's not bad. He's actually shorter than I thought. I remember him being like 6'7". He's actually only 6'4". That's kind of strange, but yeah, I'd take him over Shved in 1 second. I mean, not even a thought, right? He's about 36% point shooter.
Like, who could they possibly have given for?
Who?
I think it would have taken a lot more than just fit. And maybe they got a pick out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll check that out. But yeah, I'm surprised.
Yeah, I do remember. Yeah, it was kind of like a nothing trade, if I remember correctly. It's strange. It's really strange, actually. But it's one of those. I guess. What do you do? It's one of those things. Really though, it's like the Wolves. I guess we see a 2-1 week, believe it or not, because the Bucks and the Kings at home. Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine that happening. Reggie Evans went to Sacramento. That's what it was. There was a couple other pieces here as I'm digging. It was. We got to try to move this a little quicker than what we're doing right now, but
I'm sure that's right, Reggie.
Yep, Reggie Evans was part of that trade. I had it and I lost it. You like the accent? Okay, sorry. Straight. Yep. It was just, Jason Terry. That was the other thing. Jason Terry was just kind of like a move. They're not going to really use him. I guess he's just kind of there. Maybe he'll get bought out or something or expired. Terry and Evans too. Huh?
I do remember that, hearing about that. But I thought he was still on the Knicks.
Yeah.
He's going to play.
Yeah. He's on Sacramento and he's not going to play. So that's pretty much the situation there. So with that, we probably better wrap up the game, the previews. We have a 2-1 week. Or wait, do you have the Wolves winning the game though?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. So 2-1 week. So we're kind of in accordance so far with things. Some brief interaction here. You heard how to get here through the jingle. So here it is, the Facebook page. A couple of cents from Tanae Brown out of New Zealand. He says, I'm hoping Tyson Chandler has ignited something in Love, calling him out on his D like that. Looking forward to the next game now. Yesterday was just embarrassing. That was, of course, the Knicks game. And, what did Tyson Chandler say about Kevin Love?
Doesn't play any D.
Yep. He just simply said, oh, he don't play D. Yeah, that was funny. What a joke, huh? No, I mean, we'll see. I didn't see the. Love is a better defender this year than he's been in the past, but still, I don't know. Maybe not.
I think last season he was better.
Really? Okay, last season he didn't even play last year. Last year he hardly even played though. Or do you mean 2 years ago when he was the All-Star, right? It was 2 years ago.
He lost all that weight by playing volleyball.
Yep. Instead of I won't go there. Instead of knuckling it out, instead of getting in a boxing with it.
So he was a whole lot better when he lost all that weight.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I won't deny it. I won't deny it at all. We'll just have to wait and see if it. I'm not seeing any change, which is frustrating. I wish there was. I wish we could see some motivation, but I don't know what to think. It seemed like the most motivated player on the court is Rubio, at least tonight. So. And Tanae saying something I really agree with. This is a gold star for Tanae Brown right here. Get JJ out of the NBA. Huh? You like it?
Well, we're just using the way too much.
Yeah. His role's too big.
Yeah.
His role should be just, we've been there. Yeah, and obviously just a little spark plug here and there, and that's it. Or obviously, I personally want him off this team. He can go to Sacramento and be a spark plug there. You know, he's not gonna win us any championships anyway. So hell with it. Tonight, wrapping things up because so no post from Hank or Vince. Look at you guys.
I thought, we could have put a better package together with Dante and JJ for Marcus Thornton. That would have been perfect.
That would have been wonderful. We really would have been. I don't understand why we can't put things together more than we do. I personally would like Reggie Evans more than Dante, but still, maybe they just hate JJ so much everywhere. That's kind of one of the rumors, or one of the reasons supposedly nobody wanted to take him back. So I guess I can't blame him. Thank God he's expiring next year.
And if we did try to fly to buy him, maybe. Williams probably said, no, you don't want this guy in the locker room.
Mm-hmm. For all we know, he probably did. For all we know. Tanae wrapping things up saying, I think it's time we secure our place in the draft. On a happy note, I think Rubio and Baz will be a very good combo under a new coach. Yes. Yeah? Because obviously, Baz will probably play more under a new coach.
Yeah. So,
I would think anyway. Yeah, because if he doesn't, something's seriously wrong. And then we hired the wrong coach. Dare I say. So that'll wrap up the Facebook part. Twitter, there's a little bit of bouncing around. Let's see. I'll try to keep it pretty brief. Okay, Adam House is saying, tell me, you think the Wolves can make a solid push for the playoffs with a weak schedule ahead? And unfortunately, that blew up in our face because that was before the Knicks game. He was saying, let's see, would be nice to see K-Love and Co. get a spot. As for the show, will do. So he's going to check us out. We do appreciate that. He is a buddy of Adam Ryan, who does the In All Airness podcast, which gets a lot of old school guests on there, like the Czar, yes. Jonathan Brenny, who said some pretty cool stuff over the course of time, he was saying Flip's going to have to fire Adelman unless his wife's condition worsens. Why would he walk away from all that money? So basically, the only way to get rid of him is that Flip would have to fire him. Here we go. Yes, the reason why he doesn't like Adelman was, he says, for me, it's his lack of leadership and double standards. Berea consistently acts like a little child and is never punished.
Yeah.
Yes. I like this guy. Isn't that true?
Yeah.
See, this is what I like. Thank God in heaven that there are Timberwolves fans out there that are not Kool-Aid drinking and will speak the truth, and they don't get all pissed off and unfollow. I think all the Kool-Aid drinkers have been weeded out, so good riddance to them, Good. They've unfollowed and good riddance, to hell with them. Go ahead and listen to those other sugar-coating shows, We don't need that nonsense anyway. The sugar-coating shows, you want to listen to that crap, that's up to you. And I did just call it crap. Ahem. You want to listen to the original and the best Timberwolves podcast, this is it. End of story. Wolves explosion. Okay, what am I saying? Jonathan Brenny says, if that was Shabazz, no minutes. Ricky has one bad turnover, cuts his minutes. No consistency with anything he does. So he's talking about Berea again. It's very true.
Yes.
Very true, very true. Diego Luis Contreras. Okay, he was actually introducing us to another Spaniard in Spanish about our show, so we do appreciate that. Nick Caro, yeah, he was talking about the Lakers a bit there. We were kind of laughing about that. He was saying it would take let's see, what were we talking about? He was saying, hopefully for you guys, it doesn't mean the end of K-Love. Yeah, when it came to the Wolves making the postseason, yeah, Nick Caro was saying that. I hope we don't lose him. Yeah, he was saying it would take a miracle for the Wolves to make the playoffs. He says it sucks because it was looking up a bit, but that loss was just bad. That was the Knicks game. Going to be really tough now for your boys. That's for damn sure. Oddly, Stevenson was saying, yep, there were 7 lead changes at one point and 9 ties. And this was like in the first half against Toronto. I was talking with Oddly, who's been on this show once and a great guy. He'll probably be on again from the Oddman Media Network. Yes. So that will wrap up the interaction, I believe. Yes. No. Jose Clares was saying he missed most of the game and thought it would be later. But by the stats, Berea had another awful game. Is it true? And yes, it's very true. Didn't you love that? Peter Hansen, to wrap things up with a fan interaction, was making fun of Jim Peterson because he said there's plenty of time left because he was being kind of I like Jim Peterson for the most part, but sometimes he's kind of a tool, isn't he?
Yeah.
Sometimes, it's like the Wolves were down by like 12-13 at the time, and he's like, oh, there's plenty of time left, and you could just tell they weren't stopping anybody. It's like, whatever. I mean, we've been watching long enough. We just kind of know, It's like, go ahead and say there's plenty of time left, but as experienced fans, we have a pretty good idea. Yes. Good stuff, as always. Thank you to all of you that listen to the show. We appreciate you very, very much, and we're very glad that you guys are not Kool-Aid drinkers. Not Kool-Aid drinkers. We want to win. We want to win. We don't want to just be a 45-win, 35-win team. We want to be we want to ultimately win a championship someday here.
Yeah.
Agreed? Mm-hmm. We ultimately want to win a championship. That's why we're not expecting it per se. We're not like, oh, they didn't win a championship, they suck. We're not trying to be like that. But we'd like to win a championship. We'd like to expect more rather than just stay mediocre for all eternity. That's why we're so passionate, damn it. So
I'm tired of that.
Mm-hmm.
Just not being good enough and having the contracts to not be able to go over that hump.
Yeah, that was a huge problem pretty much for 15 years with the Garnett era. Well, 12 years, pardon me. 12 years. He was here 12 years, but yeah, just and the cap problems continued after trading him, which is pretty funny, actually, kind of sad, until the Kevin Love trade. Mm-hmm. Kevin Love saved this franchise in that sense. He actually did, which is kind of funny. But then now we're still kind of struggling. It's only been 16 years. No, I'm kidding. It's been over 10 years since we've been in the playoffs. It's quite weird, actually. I didn't think I'd be getting gray hairs by the next time the Wolves made the playoffs. We were like in our early 20s back then. What the hell is going on here? Sons of bitches. Sorry, I'm babbling too much. Anything else you'd like to add as we look to wrap this one up?
Oh, no.
All right, so think we might as well wrap this one up. We apologize if it's a bit crazy with the audio and stuff, but hey, we're getting there. We'll figure it out, right? We've only been doing this 5.5 years, so we should figure it out.
Yeah, hopefully the Timberwolves will figure it out.
Yeah, that too, especially. And yes, this is only the third show we've ever done this way, so yeah, it's just the way it is. The first one the whole thing was on the phone, and last time we struggled a bit with the connection, and this time with connection struggles got worse. So, well, we'll just we'll get it right. We'll probably go this way for the time being until we have an improved connection with the actually better audio the other way, but connection issues. So, all right, I'll stop flapping my lips, and we'll wish you a good week, and wish the Timberwolves a good week as well, in one way or the other. Thank you, everyone, for listening, and don't forget to tell a friend if you can. Take care, everybody.